Choosing a capital. Now going to the rocky northern part of the capital, basically it was full of traditions. Like there were a lot of legends surrounding. It was rumored that in those areas there was a kingdom of the figures from Ramayana, Vali and Sugriv. Also there was a legend that Pampa Devi, who was like the mother goddess, she had undertaken a penance so as to she could marry Virupaksh, who was form of Shiv, and she could who was the ruling deity of that area. And before pre Vijayanagar rule, there was also the Jain temples which were existing in those areas. All in all, basically the hills had like more of a very religious value and had a lot of history and religion associated with them. So the actual choice of placing this basically the site of the capital Vijayanagar, it basically was influenced by these factors. Now what happened was that the rulers of Vijayanagar, they claimed that they were basically they ruled on the behalf of Virupaksh. So commonly they signed most of their laws and all the official documents as Shri Virupaksh, and also sometimes they also even wrote it as like Hindu sultanas, basically the Hindu sultans. And also there were like many sculptures in temples, as we know that temple building had always been very important in those regions. Like there were cholas and there were hosanas, so they made more elaborate and temples which further cemented their power, their suzerainty in front of the people. Also obviously it gave them more of an imperial nature, where they showed that they were ruling people of different cultures and religions. As we know that there were more developments, so there were like gopurams, which were the royal gateways which were made. So they were really large. They were even larger than the main shrines, and they were visible from a distance. So it was like they were announcing through the gateways from a distance that a temple, the presence of a temple. So they stood also for the power of the king, how the king basically ruled the land and that all those resources around it. So it was also not just basically just beautifying the temple, but also as a show of the king's power. Like the eastern gateway in the Virupaksh temple, that was made by Krishnadev Raya. Also the special features were the mandaps and the pavilions, basically where like processions and all that took place. And there were also long pillars along the streets. The Virupaksh temple, basically early it had been built over centuries. Like the work had been started around 9th to 10th century, and eventually that was carried by the dynasty which came after them. Basically like the hall in front of the main shrine, that was basically ordered by Krishnadev Raya, and also the eastern gopurams as mentioned earlier, those were made by him. Later on there were like lot of images and sculptures present in the temple, so many of them had spaces and different images for shows of music and dance where the deities could see those. And there were some which depicted like the marriage of the deities, and there were some images in which deities could swing by him. So basically these were special and used for different occasions. And then also a good example of such kind of temple was a Vithala temple. Vithala basically is a form of Vishnu that is worshipped in Maharashtra. So basically the main features were the large halls and the shrine, which was shaped like a chariot. And also in general any temple they had like certain common features, like the chariot streets, basically the streets, long streets made for the chariots. As mentioned earlier, like most of the important streets came from the temples, the gopurams. So they were surrounded with the stone slabs, and there were pillars along the streets. And also, as we know, since they were important for trade, so also many shops by merchants came up. Mainly about the plotting जो था of the temples and the markets, basically वो सब किया गया था by जब लोगों ने जो हिस्टोरियंस थे आफ्टर मतलब उन्हें ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट दिखाया, तो उन्होंने लाइक स्क्वायर बाय स्क्वायर प्लॉट छोटे छोटे करके उन्होंने जो मार्केट्स थे उन सब का उन्होंने प्लॉट करना शुरू किया, एंड दे विजुअलाइज इट एज मोर वेरी कलरफुल. एंड मतलब उन्होंने जो टेम्पल्स थे एंड उन्होंने लोगों की लाइफ उन सबको रिकन्स्ट्रक्ट करने की कोशिश की थी, तो जो भी उनको एविडेंस मिला था. बाय 1976 जो हम्पी जो साइट, इट वाज डिक्लेयर्ड अ साइट ऑफ नेशनल इंपॉर्टेंस, एंड ओवरऑल मतलब वहाँ के इन्वेस्टिगेशंस को बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंसिडर किया गया था. एंड ऑल्सो बेसिकली एज वी नो कि अब जो इन सबसे जो एविडेंस मिला था हमें, इवन दो हमें ये इंस्क्रिप्शंस और ये जितने स्कल्पचर्स जितने बड़े स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं, इनसे हमें अभी भी ये नहीं पता चलता है कि जो लोग थे, जैसे जो पीजेंट्स थे एंड जो नॉर्मल अदर ऑर्डिनरी पीपल थे, तो उन लोगों का क्या उनको क्या इम्पैक्ट होता था इनसे, क्या ये सब चीज़ उनके लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट थी, क्या वो मतलब ये सिम्बॉलिज्म उनके लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट था, क्या फिर उसको अटेंशन भी पे नहीं करते थे, ये सब हमें नहीं पता है। अभी भी ये सब काफ़ी चीज़ों में भी हमारे पास एविडेंस नहीं है कि काफ़ी चीज़ें, काफ़ी स्ट्रक्चर्स किस चीज़ के लिए यूज़ की जाती है, जैसे जो लोटस टेम्पल हो गए या फिर जो टेम्पल्स थे या फिर जो प्लेटफॉर्म्स थे, उनका हमें एग्जैक्ट यूज़ अभी तक नहीं पता है। तो अभी तक ये सब चीज़ें वाइडली बस स्पेकुलेट हो रही हैं, लोग अभी भी इनके बारे में सिर्फ रिसर्च कर रहे हैं।